Alright guys, so this is going to probably be the last one for the night because I don't know how it went from like 12:30 to 4:30 a.m. so fast, but it did. So I'll have the second video that relates to this up tomorrow. And I'm sure you can tell what it is just by looking at his face is right on the fucking picture of this video, so it's not like it's a mystery. But 2013's All Hallows Eve, directed by Damien Leone. I don't know if it's Leone or Leone. I always fucking have difficulty with that. With names that have an any at the end. Is the E silent? Is it not? This isn't a fucking English class, so let's move on. We have Katie McGuire in here, who's gorgeous. And she reminds me a little bit of, what the hell's her real name? Pam from The Office. But like a fatter version. Not, I don't even want to say fatter, but yeah, I mean, she is fatter than Pam. Like, a little bit more in the face and stuff, but she looks a little bit like Pam from The Office, which I always adored her since that show started. So maybe that's why I like Katie McGuire in this and Terrifier. But this is an anthology film, so there's like 3 segments in this, all linking Art the Clown to all of these, which Art the Clown, I'll probably just save it for Terrifier, right? Since that's his own movie. I'll talk more about art in depth for that. And Sarah is played by Katie McGuire's babysitting on Halloween. Babysitting these 2 kids, Timmy and Tia. And Timmy ends up getting a videotape in his Halloween bag. Just a mysterious black VHS tape. Don't know what's on it. And they keep begging Sarah to let them play it and let them watch it. And she's like, hell no, we don't know what's on this. And then eventually she breaks down and she says, let me watch it first. And she starts watching it. And then she lets the kids come in. And they start watching the first segment, which I'm pretty sure Damien Leone, I'm just going to say Leone, had a few shorts before this, right? He had a short called Terrifier, which is like the 3rd segment in this. Takes like bits and pieces from that short. And then he had one called the 7th Circle or the 9th Circle, something like that, which is like the 1st segment in here. Like taking bits and pieces from that. So like some of his shorts showed up in this movie, I guess more polished up. But this is a little short that the girl is waiting for a train and Art the Clown is sitting there and starts messing with her basically and making faces at her. And Art looks different in this movie, which isn't really surprising since they didn't really have, I mean, maybe he did have a plan to make a movie around Art after this, since he did do the short Terrifier, but I don't know, he looks different, but still effective and still looks fucking creepy as shit. Like, I think it's mostly the eyes. Like, he has like the big like fucking Ronald McDonald eyebrows that like arch up. It's a little different than in Terrifier. And like in Terrifier, doesn't he have like the black paint around his eyes? He doesn't in this. A little bit different. Different guy playing him too. But creepy all the same. And he gives her the fucking flowers and has like a big ass cockroach in it. And I love Art the Clown. Just the way that and he's not even a fucking clown. He's a mime. Like, we put this to rest. Like, he's a fucking mime. Like, he's not a clown. He doesn't talk. He fucking pantomimes everything. When he gives the cockroach flower to this girl and she notices it, he's just no sound, nothing. This guy's a fucking mime. He's not a clown. So I don't know why he's called Art the Clown. It flows better than Art the Mime. Mime. Moving on. Art the Mime doesn't flow as well as Art the Clown, I guess. And he ends up drugging her, and then she wakes up, and Timmy's loving all this shit. Fucking this kid's eye, this is like me when I was fucking young watching horror movies. I'm like glued to the fucking screen, like this kid's absolutely loving this shit, while Sarah and Tia like cowering against each other and stuff. And this girl, after she wakes up, she's chained up in some warehouse, like with 2 other girls. And they're all chained up, and one girl that was there before this last one just got there, got dragged down the hallway by her chains, and she was screaming her head off, so something bad happened to her. And I like how this main chick here like isn't a fucking complete idiot. She says like, we gotta like go down those tunnels. And they're like, are you crazy? Like, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill you anyway, which is exactly what she says. Like, you're gonna die. So you might as well try to do something. instead of just sitting there waiting to get dragged into the bowels of hell. Like, you might as well try to fucking escape, like, or risk, lose your life trying than just fucking give up completely. So good on her for having some balls. And then the blonde chick gets dragged away. And then some mutant comes. He looks cool, and I don't know what it means. I don't know why he's a mutant, and the rest of them are all like demon, devil things. I don't know what any of this means. But fucking the mutant ends up chopping up the other girl and chops her fucking hand off, and looks good. Like, there's some cool effects in this movie. Like, nowhere near Terrifier. Terrifier was fucking awesome with the kills in that. But in the last segment here with art and stuff, there's some cool stuff too. And then why would she think that some dude in this same place is going to help her? Like, when she escapes, when the mutant, cuts her chain with his cleaver or whatever. And she escapes, so she starts running down the hallway, for literally, not even 2 minutes. And bumps into some guy pushing a cart and asks him for help. Like, why would this guy help you? He's in the same place that you're chained up in, and he's not. Like, he's freely moving around. It's safe to assume he's a part of all of this. It's just some random homeless guy you thought, just found his way down there by accident and happened to be there right when you need him. I don't know why she goes up to this guy. And then he turns into, something completely different. I don't even remember what his face does, but he's not a man. He is a monster. I'm a monster! Anyone gets that. And then the mask designs are cool, though. I don't know if those are supposed to be their real faces or, masks. It looks like their real faces, with the witch that's, brewing the potion and shit. She's actually pretty creepy for as kind of cartoonish that her face looks. Still kind of creepy. And, the one with the bird beak and then, the lizard-faced one. There's some cool, makeup and shit for them. And then, are you fucking serious at this point, though? When they showed the pregnant woman hanging, with her arms fucking roped up, and you can see that she's pregnant. And when have you ever seen a satanic ritual or anything like that with a pregnant woman there that didn't end with the baby being cut out of her stomach? When? Never. Fucking anytime there's a pregnant woman in a fucking satanic ritual against her will, it's not for a good reason. They're not there to fucking be such good Samaritans to help deliver this baby for her. And not have her have to worry about going to the hospital bills or anything like that. No, they're not good Samaritans. This is a fucking cult here. It's like the devil with his minions. They are absolutely cutting this baby out of her stomach. And Sarah, this isn't the moment that Sarah says, fuck this, you kids aren't watching this, and shuts this off. She really lets them watch this. T is 10 years old. I don't know how old Timmy is, but they say that T is 10. You letting a 10-year-old watch a baby being cut out of the mother's womb and having the blood dripping down into a fucking goblet, and then Satan, or what looks like Satan, or somebody who resembles him, fucking drinks the blood of the fucking baby. Or the woman, the mother, whatever, you know what I mean. You don't turn that shit off immediately. I got an 8-year-old daughter. I would never let her see any of that. For years and years and years and years. I mean, yeah, it's a little hypocritical because I used to watch shit like that all the time. Started 5, 6 years old watching fucking horror movies and shit. So I guess, whatever. I guess it works out. But seriously, she doesn't shut it off. It's different when you're a kid and you're sneaking these movies and watching them by yourself and stuff. But if you have a babysitter there that's supposed to be looking after you and making sure that you're not doing anything you're not supposed to do, and you're just letting them watch this fucking incredibly crazy fucked up video, and especially that whole part there with the baby, get the fuck out of here. You should be fired immediately, Sarah. Done. And then Satan drinks the blood from the goblet cup, and then Satan dude rapes her, and apparently she's going to give birth to the Antichrist or something. And then that segment ends, and it's bedtime for the kiddies, so they have to head to bed. And then Sarah just ends up watching this next segment by herself. And it's alright. This is the lowest point of the movie for me. This whole alien thing, which is surprising because I love aliens. And I believe in aliens. So it's like one of the only things I do believe in, like extraterrestrial, paranormal, supernatural, any of that shit. Aliens, 100%. But I don't know. Like, it's fine, this segment. It kind of just like comes and goes, and then you get to the better third one. That's how it is usually every time for me. But we have some woman, I don't even remember her name, has a husband who's an artist who had like this secret painting that he painted, and we don't see what it is until the end, but at the end we find out it's a painting of Art the Clown, which is, I guess, what links him to this story. I don't know how, but he's in all three of these stories in some capacity. So we get a little painting of Art at the end, and that's his little contribution to this story. So even he didn't like this segment out of all three of them. Then he just said, fuck it, I'm not acting. Just paint a picture of me. If I could put that in there, that'll be my part. And then the power goes out after she sees something crash by her house, which is funny that I just saw the old Invaders from Mars movie from the 50s, because it reminded me of that. Like rewatching this, of just seeing the UFO crash, and then her power goes out, her car won't start, but then she goes right back in the house. I don't get that. Like, she's out of the house, she's good. Like, just run down the street to a neighbor. Just go for a fucking walk, like something. Like, get away from the house. She just goes right back in the house. Then the phone conveniently works when her husband tries calling and gets through. Like, even though everything else doesn't work because of aliens and fucking the spaceship and jamming fucking technology or whatever the fuck they're hinting at, which is exactly that. But then the phone works just so she can conveniently get that phone call from her husband, boyfriend, whoever the hell he is. And the alien actually looks really cool in this. Like, he looks kind of like an uber alien. Like, if you take like all like the grays and stuff from like all alien movies that have those type of aliens, like the little gray aliens, and you like buffed them up like Jason from Jason X into the Uber version, that would be this alien. He's like Uber alien. Like, he has fucking hoses and shit coming out of him, and he has like this metallic fucking face. Like, looks really cool actually, and it looks like a mask too, his face. So I don't know, because the back of his head is like black or brown and shit, but like he has the whole gray like big face here. So I don't know if it's a mask or whatever, but he has the blue light that like reflects off the front of his shirt. Kind of a giveaway. Like, it shouldn't be hard for her to hide from this alien, is what I'm trying to say. When you have a fucking marker that's being shined everywhere it goes. That's like hiding from someone that has a flashlight. It's not hard to do and stay hidden. Like, as soon as you see a glimpse of light, move. Like, from that position you're in and go away from the light. Kind of like the opposite as if you wanted to go into heaven. Do the opposite shit of that. Don't go into the light. Fucking go away from the light and you'll be fine. So there's no reason for her to get cornered in this house or anything at all. All she has to do is look out for that bright-ass blue light that's shining off of this alien. And if she sees the fucking dot on the wall, or the light on the wall, oh shit, he's coming. I gotta move to the next room. Or hang out of a window. Or fucking go back out where your car was and fucking walk, like I said earlier. Like, she could have done so many things in this movie. In this segment here. And she doesn't. But it's a movie. And then the worm hand thing, I don't know what that's about. He's trying to like stick this fucking like parasite down her throat or in her face, or who knows, but it looks kind of cool. I don't know what it means. No really need for an explanation either. Then it doesn't really need those hose connected to itself, because she like knocks one like loose completely, the hose, and he's alive, he's breathing. So is that just an aesthetic thing? Like, having all those hoses? Like, they serve no purpose whatsoever? Because from what I gather from watching this, is after her knocking one of the hoses loose, didn't affect him at all. So he didn't need that hose. So apparently he doesn't need any of those hoses to breathe or anything like that. I don't know, just fucking something for you. Just trying to pad this segment out a little bit, because there's not a lot of much to say. But my point is, he has a bunch of hoses and tubes and shit. One gets knocked off, he's fine. So what does he need? What does he even need them for? Just a design choice, I guess. That's what it is. And then I even said again, like, can't she just fucking leave? No, like, she hides in the fucking closet, and then the phone gives away her location, and she's dragged away by the alien, and the phone conveniently works again when she gets the phone call back from the husband. And then that's what gives away where she is, and she gets taken away, and as she's getting dragged away, she's pulling on the sheet that's over the canvas of the painting of art that we don't know is of art until a second or two from now when I say it is, and she fucking is pulling on it while she's being dragged by this alien. It's tight on there, that sheet. Like, it's really tight up on that canvas. Do you know how hard it would be to get that sheet off that canvas just by pulling like that without pulling the whole fucking thing down? Without the canvas collapsing or the fucking painting falling off? Like, it should have fell right to the ground with how much she's pulling on it. Like, it's not like it's just like a psh, and it was just covered over. Like, it seemed like he fucking like pushed that shit in on the other side of the wall. Like, make sure this fucking painting stays hidden by all means. So, but then it gets unveiled and it's Art the Clown, and that's when we find out. Then Tia heard a noise, and she's sleeping in Timmy's bed, and she's afraid of the clown, and he's teasing her about it and shit. And Sarah comes up to check after hearing footsteps on the stairs, is what she says to Timmy. Like, you guys stop pretending to be asleep. And he's like, we are sleeping, or trying to sleep. And she's like, oh, then whose little feet were those running up the stairs? So immediately she should be like a little suspicious, right? Like, she is and thinks it's the kids. But then they say, like, we've been sleeping. And she asks why T is in there. It's like, I heard a noise in my closet. And she says, a noise? Can you describe the noise? Can you describe the ruckus, sir? I just fucking love that movie. Then Timmy says after she leaves, like, when she says, go back to sleep, he's like, we can if you stop checking on us every 5 minutes. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I heard you, like, outside the door and jingling on the doorknob. None of this registers as strange to her. At all. Like, she just talked to them. She heard somebody on the stairs. Yeah, of course, it could have been one of the kids lying and stuff. But then she goes in, they look like they're fucking half asleep. And then she wakes them up, and then the girl says that she heard a fucking sound in her closet. And then the boy tells right to her that she's been creeping outside the door checking on them, when she knows she hasn't. And that doesn't strike her as strange at all. I don't know. Like, that would be at least worth investigating, like, in some capacity. Because unless she was just, like, hitting the wine hard that night or something, and just imagined hearing someone on the steps. I don't know. That's fucking weird. Then they go into the third segment, which I just call Terrifier, because it's all about Art. And Art just loves shitting in public places. We see this in Terrifier too. Well, in Terrifier also. Terrifier 2 coming soon. Can't wait. And yeah, so he shits all over this gas station bathroom. Fucking, he's got some sense of humor, man. And then this gorgeous girl too. She ends up stopping for gas, and she's a costume designer, and she's lost. And the gas station attendant is about to clean Art's shit off the bathroom walls, and he's like, fuck this, I'm not doing it, it's not my bathroom. Like, there's no way I would never do it. Are you serious? And the same thing in Terrifier, when he makes the guy at the pizza shop clean up the guy's shit. Fuck you. Like, there's no way I'm doing that. Like, you couldn't pay me all the money in the world. Like, go get some fucking guy off the street, a homeless person who needs, like, real bad, like, fucking food, or is starving, or needs a fucking hit of a crack pipe or something. Fucking just grab one of them and be like, listen, we'll give you $30, $50. Just clean this fucking all this shit up. And like, that's what I would do in a heartbeat. I'm not cleaning this guy's shit all over the fucking bathroom, like the walls, everything. No, fucking homeless person. Like, they'll do anything except get a home. Because they can't. Art sawing the guy's head off is awesome. Like, that whole scene with him hacking the gas station guy's head away with the saw, and then, like, you see, like, his hand or, like, another body part that he already sawed off, and just the way that Art kills people, man. It's just fucking awesome. Like, just the way he saws so, like, ferociously, and then he looks up and he's, like, excited and smiling and shit. Like, such a great character. I love Art the Clown. I love Art the Mime. That's what his name is from now on, Art the Mime. And then I like how she's at least a decent person, that she doesn't like to keep her car dirty because she pukes from seeing all that disgustingness and guy being hacked apart outside before hopping in the car to get away. So good on her for like wanting to keep a tidy car, for not puking right in her car. Puke first, then drive. And she does exactly that. Then Art is on the side of the road, like miles down the road after she leaves, with the fucking sign that says circus on it, which is kind of reminds me of Creepshow 2, the third segment with the hitchhiker. How she keeps like driving and like the hitchhiker keeps like appearing and finding her. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Then like she finds that car on the side of the road. That girl doesn't look dead to you. Like she's literally like leaned over on her fucking steering wheel. Like, and that's like the position a dead person would be in, who was driving and now are dead. That's the position. It's either like this or it's fucking down against the fucking steering wheel. And she goes up knocking on the window and screaming for like a long while before like even realizing that something might be wrong with this girl. And then we see her face and it looks fucking awesome. Like just disfigured and just totally fucked up, which I remember when I first saw this movie and then Terrifier came out, I thought that the girl at the beginning of Terrifier was the girl in this movie. Like with the deformed face and shit, which I kind of like in Terrifier, how they circle that around. Like I'll get to that in Terrifier, but cool stuff. And then we have Art in the back seat with the bag strangle, which I say this about Terrifier, and I forgot it was in here too. It pisses me off so much in movies when the killer puts a bag over someone's head and they just suffocate to death. It's a plastic bag. That's it. You're done. Like it's not hard. Like it's like one of the, like, and even you can argue, yeah, I mean, you're in a fucking crazy situation. Your adrenaline's pumping, fear is like uncontrollable, you're being fucking strangled, you're about to be killed. Still one of the simplest solutions that would not leave your brain in that situation. Like the whole time you'd be thinking, I need to get this bag off my face or I'm gonna die. And your whole body and mind should be fighting against that. Against dying. You don't think? Just pop and fucking no. You never see that in fucking movies. You see it here and then you see it in Terrifier. And I fucking love it. Because you never see that shit. And then she escapes and then gets into some warehouse and then Art climbs like underground or some shit, I guess, and like appears, and she doesn't hear him coming like through the ground for a while. She's just like laying, like sitting there, like crouched, and like his hand comes up and it's making a bunch of noise and gravel's moving all over the place and fucking like she doesn't hear a fucking thing. And then he ends up with I really like that makeshift whip that he has. Like the fucking, it has like a syringe on it and like a knife on it. Like it has like all these fucking just random sharp objects and stuff that are just attached to this metal whip. Really cool makeshift whip. Why can't I say makeshift? That's hard to say, actually. Try saying that shit. Makeshift whip. Okay, we got it. Fucking hard though, if you try. You know what I mean. Then she gets beaten the fuck a little bit with that and gets her face like cut open with the syringe part of the, looked like it was the syringe. The syringe falls off or something like that. I don't remember. And then kills Art the Clown. And then I love how he uses a gun as a fucking killer. Same in Terrifier. Like, you don't see that much in slasher movies. I mentioned that in my video, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane from the other day. That they uses a gun in that. And you don't see many slasher films that have fucking firearms used as like a weapon by the killer. And Art she gets in the car with some guy and is screaming her fucking bloody life out about she's being followed and someone's trying to kill her and he's dressed like a clown, but he's not. He's dressed like a mime, and fucking they end up driving and the police station's like just a few miles away, and then Art just fucking pulls up like next to them and just shoots the guy blank right in the fucking forehead. Fucking awesome. Crashes the car, and then she wakes up. Fucking awesome, the ending of this. Like, with just her, like, looking around and stuff, and then they show her body has pig carved into it, and slut and cunt all carved into her body, and then she looks around and stuff, she sees all the tools and everything, all the blood, and she looks down, and she has no fucking arms, she has no legs, and he just fucking took all her limbs and carved all that shit in her body. That's fucking awesome stuff. Love it. And then... this is why I don't want shit explained in Terrifier 2. Like, I don't want to know anything about Art. I don't want to know what he is, or why he is, or why he kills, or where he came from, where he's going, what's his favorite fucking holiday, where's he like to vacation when he's not doing shit. I don't want to know anything about Art the Clown, like, exposition-wise. Keep him mysterious, ambiguous. That's all I fucking care about for Terrifier 2. Because then they get Katie's the actress. Sarah gets the fucking call from the video. After the video ends, of her calling, of the girl in the third segment, calling up and saying there was a murder at the gas station, and then when the segment ends, and Sarah gets the phone call on the house phone, and it's the same girl saying the same shit. So there's obviously supernatural shit that revolves around Art the Clown. And we see more of that in Terrifier 2. Terrifier also. This is going to be fucking hard with this next one coming out. Fucking Terrifier also. So I don't know what that whole phone call means. It's just, and then the creepy ass scene, man, with her with the video and stuff, trying to get it to stop, and Art like coming down the hallway on the TV screen, and then he starts like putting his hands up on the TV screen and starts banging on the screen like he's about to come out, and then she's looking at the TV and sees Art sitting on the couch behind her and getting closer to her. Every time she turns around, he's not there, and she finally gets the VHS tape out of the player and breaks it. I don't know, like, it was real quick and I was not in the mood to rewind it, but when she broke that VHS tape, it looked like there was a CD inside of it. I don't know, maybe I was just totally wrong on that, but it looked like there was a white disc fucking inside of it. It didn't look like any part of an inside of a VHS tape, which I know what an inside of a VHS tape looked like. So I don't know what that was, or if I just imagined it, or blacked out for some reason, but looked like a CD was in there. And then she goes upstairs after she hears Tia scream, and we see Art just laughing silently like he always does and pointing, and then he disappears. She runs in the room, and both kids are fucking slaughtered, man. Like I say, every now and then, like, there's not a lot of fucking horror movies you see where little kids get fucking brutally murdered. Not many. But, like, this is one of them. And it was fucking awesome. Like, yeah, they were great kids and shit, but fucking, hey, you don't get to see this shit too often. Huh? Be the martyrs for us. Like, die for us. Be like Jesus. Then has Art fucking written in the blood on the wall, and all you see is the fucking two kids' severed heads next to each other, and, like, other body parts laying around the room. Awesome. Awesome little anthology, even if the middle like sags a little with the alien shit, but it's still enjoyable for the most part. But yeah, that segment just is the weakest by far for me out of the three of those in these. Out of the three of these in the fuck you, dude. It's 5 a.m. I'm exhausted. Yeah, so Terrifier I'll have up tomorrow. I was gonna rewatch it now, but I don't feel like it. I feel like just throwing on and continuing my rewatching of Twin Peaks. So I'm going to do that until I fall asleep. And I hope everybody has a good night, good morning, wherever you're from. Terrifier up tomorrow, and some more slashers, and whatever else suits the fancy. Take care.